Welcome to the Global Fleet Virtual Conference 2020. It's really a pleasure to welcome you here in this conference because this is the only conference where global fleet managers and suppliers meet, discuss trends, and can also learn from each other. And you can do that via the event app Attendify, where you can, of course, give feedback and also meet with each other. Today, my guest is David Madrigal. He was recently appointed Executive Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer of Element Fleet Management North America, one of the biggest fleet management companies. And so it's really a pleasure, David, that you can be with us today. How are you doing?
Good, and you, Stephen?
Yes, everything is fine. Of course, these are particular times, and I would like to start with COVID-19. But let's stay positive. How do you see coming out of this crisis? How can our business move into the new normal?
On a positive note, I think this crisis has demonstrated that our business is an essential business, that we keep things moving, and that a lot of the supply chains and the essential services rely on what we do in fleet.
Okay. You were recently appointed to a new executive role in North America, so congratulations. What is your main mission in North America at Element Fleet Management?
Overall, it's leading our growth strategy in North America. It's developing new client relationships, the success, of course, of our existing client relationships, and overall driving commercial excellence in our team.
Okay. Before, you were for years heading Element Fleet Management in Mexico with big success. Now you are in North America in the US. We can say that North America, including Mexico, is the continent where the majority of the fleet customers is operating under the open-end leasing model, contrary, for example, to Europe, where I am based. But this also means that the financial risk is with the customer. Now, this can be a challenge, of course, in these particular times. What is your advice for those customers that would like to limit the risk exposure?
I think right now it's for them to leverage the information that's being provided by their suppliers, really analyze what's going to be the perfect time to start sort of flipping their fleet. I think also making sure that there's a strong compliance to their policies around excess of wear and tear, of maintenance and everything, so that with that, once we determine the optimal replacement timing, they manage it in a better way, no? And of course, using the remarketing programs to maximize sort of the outcome of the turnaround of the vehicles, no?
Mm-hmm. Imagine, and we probably have quite a lot of them also in this conference this year, that you are an international fleet manager, you get now a global responsibility. North America is one of the markets that you need to optimize. Next to, let's say, the advice that you have been given on the open-end leasing model, what is for you the other main important element that those global fleet managers need to know from the North American fleet market?
I think it's just, again, becoming let's say an expert on how the model works and acknowledging those differences and why the market likes to operate that way. I think it's just the size of the market is just substantially larger than anything that you've seen. The vehicles are bigger, so it's different. And I think also how the US market or the Canadian market has evolved a little bit differently around the adoption of electric vehicles, of hybrid vehicles, and some of the mobility tools out there. You know? So I think that's where you're going to see the biggest differences, and you need to acknowledge that.
Okay. I would like to put forward 3 trends that we see happening in the market: connectivity, electrification, mobility. Which of the 3 is for you the most important one, and why?
I would say definitely connectivity. I think now under the new normal, there's going to be I mean, drivers and the fleet managers are going to need information around where their cars are, who has used them, how many idle vehicles they have, and sort of how they stage them so that they have enough time to clean them up, sanitize, and all of that other stuff. Or if there's going to be hotspots in some cities, what things to avoid. So I think being connected is going to be even more relevant now.
Okay, a final question is related to the alliance. Element is, of course, since years in a global alliance with Arval. Is there something that you can say that probably global fleet managers don't know, but that they will positively surprised about?
Well, this is our 25th anniversary, actually. This year is going to be 25 years of alliance. So that's a lot of time, right? And I think we're probably one of the largest alliances out there. We have presence in over 50 countries. We're managing more than 3 million vehicles. So I think it's beyond the size. It's just, I think those 25 years have really enabled us to be a really tight alliance, that we're really embedded, coordinated, and that we provide global information in a consolidated way. And just, I think, how synchronized we are as these two companies. Well, there's more companies, but let's say led by Element and Arval, no?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, David. Thank you for your precious time. And we hope, of course, that you can stay safe and also enjoy the rest of the Global Fleet virtual conference. To the audience, if you liked this session, then please rate it also in the event app Attendify, share it with your colleagues. And then we hope also to meet, of course, for the upcoming sessions. Tomorrow, we already have a webinar about corporate mobility with CMAS. And then on Friday, there is a video podcast on the social, economic, and social reality, together with a professor of the University of Liège in Belgium. So we are looking forward of meeting again also tomorrow and the rest of the week. Stay safe, and I wish you all a terrific global fleet journey.